Hey, how are you? So, I just got off my mat, completing a 27-minute HIIT Tabata workout. And actually, it was 24 minutes, but we had the cool down at the end. And before that, I did a 35-minute yoga video, and it took me a full 3 hours to complete those things because your girl is really heavy into the K-dramas on the Korean dramas on the Netflix. So I decided to distract myself with some things. Then I did my yoga and I felt good, and then immediately after I didn't. And I was talking myself out of my workout. And then I got on the Twitter and the IG, and I was just on the spaces, giving away attention, giving away focus, giving it away. It was free. And the internet was like, yes, bitch, we will take it. We could use this right now. Let's get that focus and that time and energy you want to give to yourself. Actually, just give it to the interwebs. We'll use that. And that was the hour and a half break or so, a little more than that, right? Because it was definitely a half-hour break. I laid my yoga mat out, and it took me about 45 minutes to actually press play for the stretching and the centering. And I actually just mentally couldn't get centered. And it was just one of those days where I just had to do it. I had to, I'm not going to say muscle through it. I just had to move. I just had to give myself the opportunity to do and not think, not do anything else, but have those moments, have that hour and a half time on social media scrolling, because it opened up an opportunity for me to develop understanding, especially when I got my yoga mat. You remember last week I was like, hey, I got up over here and I was crying, like I was sobbing. Okay, just sobbing, like the step up from ugly crying, like the space you go into when you're about to start ugly crying, but your face doesn't get all the way there. That's where I was last week. Today, I started my Tabata and I was laughing and smiling only for the first 4 minutes, because then it got challenging. And even when it was hard and I needed to take breaths and rest, I didn't quit. I just reminded myself that this is hard and I'm doing it. So maybe I'm tougher than this, even though I'm not perfect. I'm getting through it. And those were the words I needed to hear. Even though I'm not perfect, I'm getting through it. The laughter that happened, I needed that. The smiling, that conversation I had with myself while in the midst of Tabata, okay? That was necessary because somewhere in the interwebs, I liked, shared, or agreed with something about me versus me. And while I was on the mat, it was, first, recently, when I do yoga, for whatever reason, I'm noticing my shadow on my yoga mat, which I haven't always been aware of. And I mean my actual, the shadow that the sun causes, like that, right? I'm not talking about, spiritually your light and your darkness, though I'm about to. I mean like that shadow. So I was like, I've never seen this part of me on my yoga mat. And it came to me today that all parts of me show up when I go anywhere, all of me. I don't pick one versus the other. And believing that me versus me is an actual thing is what's creating an enemy out of myself, because I believe I have to pick and choose between myself. I'm splitting myself in two and saying, I'll take choice B, as opposed to accepting and taking all of me. Instead of realizing that, yeah, girl, you're moving like a turtle's pace and you're going a little back and forth. And yeah, last week you did all of that. And this week it's a different kind of energy that you're in. And still you can achieve your goals. It may not look like what it did the day before, and it's not supposed to. You don't need to be rigid in achieving these things. You need to be dedicated. The dedication is going to help the discipline grow. You need to be dedicated. Dedicated and discipline are, in my eyes, cousins, first ones. They really rock with each other. You know what I'm saying? Best friends, those kind of cousins, those ones. Because I don't know everybody's family dynamic, but it's the cousins that's the best friends. You know what I'm saying? That do all the things together. That their kids become, you know what I'm saying, best friends and all the things. Those are the cousins I'm talking about. Dedication and discipline in it. As I'm expanding my ability to be disciplined, as I'm strengthening that muscle, choosing to do what I say and do it. Discipline to me, just a very simple way of explaining it. The dedication to myself, the love I have for myself, the me wanting to be my biggest fan and cheerleader, the me holding me down like I know no one else can outside of God. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. And I'm also recognizing that there's a such thing as healthy expectations in this land of accountability and self-love. Okay? And my healthy expectation is that I'm always going to do what's best for me at all times. And I'm going to understand it doesn't look the same every day, but every day I'm going to give it 100%. And that 100% might look like 10%. Okay? That it might look like 5. It might look like 99, but I'm still going to show up. That's the 100%. Showing up is the 100%. And it varies. Once you show up there, it's just doing it. Still doing it, even though I did the yoga and my mind did not settle. In fact, I just decided that after those 35 minutes I don't know what I thought I deserved, but I was definitely watching The Swoon, okay? I don't know why I like it so much, but I do. And I was watching it, and I found lots of things to keep my mind distracted and away from moving. And then again, I'm repeating myself. Just let's be clear, because it doesn't look 100. It doesn't look like an A+ paper all the time. Sometimes that D- is what it is, and that's still a passing grade. Okay, right. But when I got on that mat and I read the comments first. I don't know why, because I enjoy the workout that the YouTuber does. It's always a challenge. I am always feeling stronger and crazily accomplished afterwards. But I read the comments, another way to prolong me pressing play. But when I did, I started to smile. And again, what did I say? I was sobbing. I was really sobbing last week while I was working out. And today I was smiling. I was reminded that, yeah, it's challenging, but I'm here. Yeah, it's taking the time that it's taking. It took the time that it took, but I did it. it did take me kind of holding my own hand, and I realized there's nothing wrong with that. I don't need to villainize myself because I'm having that kind of day and that kind of moment. I don't need to do it. I just need to understand that in this moment, I need a little extra encouragement from me. I need to learn what it's like to uphold my own boundaries and be my own safe space, be my own accountability partner. I need to know what that's like because I'm building a soft life. And that life, baby, I'm flourishing in it. And everything that is jagged and rough is coming up for me to examine so I can really give myself what I desire. That softness, that sweetness that I'm craving. I am learning to accept all of me, not my lower self, not my higher self, all of me, light, dark, shadow, all of the things, all of her. That's who's showing up everywhere I go. I'm not picking and choosing. We're all going. All of us. Me and all them personalities are going to the same place. And I'm choosing to love all of me equally. Yes, I'm having those necessary conversations when I know I'm on some bullshit. Yes, but even in the way that I talk to myself, I'm not talking at myself. I'm giving myself the pep talk like, yeah, girl, we know it's hard, but you still finna do it. Watch. And I'm congratulating myself at the end because I recognize that it's okay to be scared and do it. It's the doing. The doing. My higher self is the version of me that has the vision and can see all the way to the end. My higher self is the one that creates that scene when I have my visualization meditations, okay? That's the higher me. That's the me that sees everything from every angle. Then there's the me that is in training. I'm going to say that's the lower me, the one that doesn't really know and isn't really sure. And that me is walking the road that my higher me and God have created. Because somewhere in my mind, I know I can do it. That's why I get up every day and do what I can. I'm not going to say I try my best because when I try, I don't always do. But when I do my best, I always get it done. No matter how long it took for me to complete it, I always get it done when I do my best. And recognizing that my dedication to myself is growing. So the discipline that I've been praying about, it is coming in for real, and it's materializing in my mind first. I am becoming my own biggest well of love. I am the unconditional love that I desire. And yeah, some days are the days. Some days, it takes a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's a surrender and a good cry and the rabbit hole mind, all of the things and multiple surrenders throughout the day. That's what it's looking like. And I'm okay with that because I know that the more I continue to do, the more I will show up, the more belief I will have in myself, the more trust, the more belief, the more trust, I will enter a state of deep knowing that I can do it, knowing that when I say it's going to get done, it's going to be immaculate. It's going to be chef's kiss. It's going to be all that and all them bag of chips. It's going to be right. It's going to be all of that. Whatever that sigh was, it's going to be that literally painted in gold. But it took that time from yesterday into today and that time on my mat for me to recognize that it's never me versus myself. I'm not splitting myself in two. I'm not choosing this me or that me. I'm taking all of that with me wherever I go, and the parts of me that need to be settled and released, yeah, I'm gonna shed them like the leaves do every fall, at least where I'm from. Okay, I don't know about what your environment looks like, but the trees here, they go from naked to little buds to full on green to orange and red and yellow and all the colors to naked again. And yes, just like that, just like the life cycle of a tree, going through the stages where I'm in full bloom and then other times I'm shedding. And that's perfectly fine. That's normal. That's healthy. And that is what my life is becoming. That is the soft life I am creating and narrating in my mind day to day. This is me being my own biggest ally, support system, and accountability partner all in one, while still having to check myself for my attitude from time to time, and also having to hug myself when I'm crying hysterically because I'm moving through the waves, because I'm still human at the end of the day. And what a gift that aha moment was on my yoga mat, especially because I say this all the time. I'm damn near a parakeet, okay, repeating the same thing over and over. But I repeat it because, I'm a former member of hard head, you hear me? Hard head, soft ass living, okay? It takes a little bit. Yes, I'm gonna get it on the lesson. I'm gonna get the wisdom on the first time, God. Thank you. That's the prayer. I say it often. However, sometimes it takes more than one time for it to land in my mind and land and sprout and grow into, a healthy tree with delicious fruit being bared for me to munch and crunch on. Yes, it takes the time that it takes. And I'm learning how to be okay with that. I'm learning that when I say it takes the time that it takes, I'm also coming to a space where I don't need to control the outcome anymore. I know the big picture. I've already seen it. I've dreamt it. I know it's going to be. I trust that. Thank you, outside noise, for validation, because that is definitely something that I always ask for. Send me the signs, let me know, so that I know. I know that you know that I know, and we're good. Anyway, it's just going to take the time that it takes. And in it taking the time that it takes, I'm going to build the healthiest relationship I can with a person that means the most to me, and that's me. I'm going to have the healthiest relationship I can with the person that I am, because I'm with me every day. Doesn't matter if I roll up and wake up next to another body. Doesn't matter if I create a family unit and give life to another body. I have me, and I need to always make sure that I'm good. And in this moment, I've learned it is me and God. It is never me versus myself, because when I am in a space of me versus me, I am in disharmony. I am separate. I have compartmentalized a lot of things. I am a fragment of myself. I am not accepting. And I am choosing different today, because I recognize that every day I have a choice. I sound completely different today than I did yesterday. There's more confidence in my voice as I record this even. And it took a lot. I want to say big shout out to my sister, Lakeisha, for teaching me this word, toolkit, for ingraining that in my mind. And I'm being reminded constantly, especially through Reiki sessions with clients, the importance of creating and building a toolkit full of things you can reach in and grab and apply in the moment when you need it. A toolkit really is your wisdom in activity form, in action form, in resolution form, right? Like when you're pissed off and you're about to do what you used to always do, what do? Are you counting down? Maybe you're counting down from 10 to 1 or 1 to 10, or taking deep breaths or walking away or doing whatever it is that you do. You're choosing different. That's the toolkit. All the things that help you make choices that benefit your whole self. Because I'm no longer just my light. I am both. My light and my darkness. I need both, right? I need the balance. I can't lean more into one and then be out of balance with the other. Centered. That's the life. That's softness to me. Harmony, peace, confidence, security. When I love on myself generously, life unfolds exactly the way I need it to be. Again, that doesn't mean there's not going to be any road bumps. Yes, but there's never going to be a roadblock. There's always just going to be a new path, a new direction to walk in, but never roadblock. I'm never stopped. God is never saying, halt, don't do this per se. Right? It's never saying, okay, abandon mission. No. I'm always on my path. I might just rest at some places a little longer than I need to, and then the fire under my ass reminds me of that. I might move forward and outgrow things, and people might outgrow me, and that's, right? That is the circle of life. That is all of that came to be true. When I realized it was never me versus me, it always was me and God. I am never my own enemy. I am always my biggest ally. I always have my back. I am always doing what's best for me, even on the days where what's best for me is a little wallowing, okay? A little boo-hoo tear jerker, a little deep, or a lot of, I'm not going to say a little, a lot of deep in my feelings, but it needs to happen. I need to grieve. I need to experience that, to experience different. I need to give myself permission. I need to do that because I remember the times I swallowed all of those things and I, did the other things that weren't nourishing. I'm not living that way anymore. I'm choosing full nourishment, but I'm not being a glutton about it. I'm not being greedy. Balance. So again, it's not me versus me. It's me and God. I am always choosing myself. So all parts of me is going where in the direction that I'm being guided. Can you believe that came to me in the middle? Okay. What? Jumping squats? One squat, one jump squat. What? And also, what is a prisoner squat? Why do we call it that? And wow, what it does to the hips. The uncomfortable. But I did it. in the midst of all of that, yes, thank you. In the midst of all of that, it came to me that when I say me versus me, I'm talking about separation and distance within myself. And that is not a part of a soft life. That's not soft life living. I am me and God. That is the journey I'm on right now. And I'm diving deeper into what that means every day. And I appreciate that. Because this conversation in and of itself is an answered prayer. And that's something I never want to take for granted. The fact that I prayed to get to a place where I could feel peace, hope, and have the ability to tap into those things in a given moment or notice or what so have you. I never fail. I always learn. I never fail because there's always a pivot. And it doesn't matter how long it takes to get there because my eyes are on the fact that I'm getting there in this life in the exact time that I'm supposed to. And I'm thankful for that. So I need to go shower because I've been talking instead of, you know what I'm saying? So the rest of the day is about to flow beautifully because I got there. I did it. And I'm celebrating that. And I held myself accountable by having multiple conversations about the dedication that this life that I am creating for myself requires, and how discipline is going to bloom like flowers in June. Ooh, yeah. That's what's happening for me right now. So I ask you, what does that line mean to you? Me versus me. How has it helped you? Has it supported your growth? Can you see it from a different perspective? It really doesn't matter if you agree with me or not, because that's true for me. And if it resonates, I'm thankful. If it doesn't, it's perfect. It just means it gives you an opportunity to look into what's true for you. That's the only truth that matters anyway. Anyway, everyone, have a great day. Peace out.